G'day guys, 10 Tony TV here and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play Farming Simulator 25 Hutan Pantai. And we are getting our rice farm off the ground, and if you remember last episode we had leased this machine and we are going to be liming our fields because they need to be limed. So we're going to not waste any time and we are going to get right into it. So let's do it. Let's do this. Now, this lime spreader does have quite a reach, so we should be able to finish the fields off fairly quick. There's the 2 up and downs done. So the idea is we are going to finish off this field prep today, and then I don't think we'll be doing much over the next few months other than just selling off any of the produce that we have produced from our greenhouse and open air garden. Sorry, from our greenhouse and not open air garden, our preserved food factory that we've put on our farm. So that's the idea. Whoa, what's happened there? So this episode, whenever we finish up with this episode, the next episode is probably going to be in several months' time. Because we will probably be looking to oh, I missed a little bit there. Let's quickly fix that. Okay. We'll probably be looking to come back next episode when we're ready to plant our rice for our next harvest. And yes, I know I can't move like the AI workers move when it comes to maneuvering, but I don't care. I do things my way and it works. So this field is almost done. And in fact, ooh, jeez. Wow. Okay. That was close. We took that real wide. Yeah. Alright. Let's get back on track here. And in fact, I missed another little bit there. There we go. Last little bit on this field. So this is the bigger of the 4 fields. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, we do have 4 fields for our second year. I did create this one and created another one up here. We created this one up here as well. The other side I'm leaving because I want to do something over there. I am looking at putting in some goats and creating some goat's milk and maybe putting in a little dairy on the farm as well. So that's what this area here is going to be reserved for. As we do a little bit of rock climbing. We use this field to turn around. So this won't be a field for much longer. It will be a goat pen very soon, I'm hoping. We've got a bit of money in the bank, which I'm hoping is going to serve us over the coming months. The only problem with this field, it is very hard to maneuver with big equipment, but I don't care. It might be worth actually investing in hand tools for this field, but we're okay. We've got it done. There you go. Alright. Let's have a look-see here. Where are we going to start with this? So this is going to be the final prep of our fields, I believe. From what I believe, this is the last thing we needed to do for our fields to prep it for the coming planting season. This is good. We've gotten, 5 fields we've got. It's actually 4, but 5, but split into 4. It's 4, but split into 5, I should say. So that's the first 3 fields done. Yippee. Let's get down to this one. Because of how awkward these fields are, I'm just going to do this an awkward way. Everyone's going to be watching this video going, what the hell are you doing? But quite frankly, it works. And that's all I care about. I've missed a whole section there. Missed a little section here, so I've got to do this. Alright. Let's get in here. Let's get this little bit that I missed. This little bit that I missed. Seriously? How is that part not being covered? Okay. Okay, yeah, there you go. That part's done. How has it missed this little bit? I went over this. Right, there we go. At least I've got that Isaiah Pro compact on the tractor, which means it's picking up whether I need lime in certain sections or not. So that is handy. Here. Right. Good. Go around that. Oh, missed a little bit there. All right. Let's pick this part up. Then we'll go through the center of it. Got this little bit that we missed. Pick up this little side bit that we missed because it's just outside the lines. Perfect. We haven't done this back end yet. Last little bits now. I did these fields the most unconventional way, but at the end of the day, it's done. One little spot there. I went over that one little spot, but got it. Oh yeah. Did that the most unconventional way. I'm not going to lie. But I'm happy that it's all done. And it looks like there's some missing bits in this one. So let's just pick these up. Because they're outside, the lines are here. But that middle bit I don't understand. Don't understand why that middle bit was missed. We did the middle. There we go. All right. And done. All right. So, what we'll do, let's park that here. Let's give everything a wash. Give that a wash. Alright, let's quickly repair, turn, repair, turn. Alright, so there we go. Fields are prepped. So we now have to wait until April to actually plant our rice, which means these winter months I'm probably going to skip through them off camera. Like I'm going to do them, but off camera, because it's only going to be moving things from here to there and whatnot. So we've got our rice saplings are coming up nice. Now there's a few other things that I want to do today. First of which is we're going to put in a greenhouse. Thinking, I want a large one. Let me move out of the way. Or a medium one. We might actually put a large one in. No. No. We're going to put a medium one in. We're going to put a medium greenhouse in. There we go. So we've put a medium greenhouse in. I decided I wanted the glass one. And what we're going to do is we're going to activate chili peppers, garlic, Napa cabbage, and spring onions. Actually, no. We're not. I'm not going to make kimchi. No. We're going to activate lettuce, strawberries, and tomatoes. And we're going to be selling those at our little farmer's kiosk. And how much water do we need in here? 20,000 litres. It's going to be 10 trips with our little one there. We'll put a little bit of water in there to start off with. And nothing. All right. Let's get our water tank out. With our little Izeki tractor. We'll go get our water. Oh, we've already got water in it. Oh, geez, look at that. It's already been filled with water from last time. All right. Let's go fill our greenhouse with some water. So this requires us to do 9 more trips to our water tanks. The good thing is it fills pretty quick and empties pretty quick. I'm not gonna fill the greenhouse completely, but I will probably put another 2,000 litres in. So that way there's 6,000 litres in there to start things off. And then I can refill it at a later stage over the winter months if I need to. Here we go, there's another 2,080. Alright, and look at that, our greenhouse is up and running, and that's going to be producing lettuce, strawberries and tomatoes, which we can then sell at our little farmer's kiosk. Right. That's that done. The only other thing left to do, and the only other thing we're going to do on this episode, is we have some items to sell. So let's get into our handy little Manitou forklift. Because we have some mushrooms here ready to sell. So we're picking up our enoki mushrooms. We've got 2 pallets of our enoki mushrooms. Try and pick both of them up. Yeah, beautiful. We'll come back for the oyster mushrooms in a minute. There we go. We've got 873 for each of the enoki mushroom crates. Now, the oyster mushrooms are worth a bit more. Why is this not picking up? Yeah. There we go. All right, come on, buddy. There you go. Yeah, 1,874 for the oyster mushrooms. And now for our rice rolls. Okay, 3,316 there for the rice rolls. Beautiful. Very happy with that. All right. And I think we will do one more thing before we end this episode. So let's park this up here. Beautiful. Alright. And the last thing I think we'd like to do is what I was saying earlier that I wanted to do. So first, because I'm not going to, well, what am I doing? Wrong button. Construction. I don't want to what am I going to use? Go grass mix. Alright. Missed a section there. Okay. Because I don't want to use it all. I want to leave some space there. So what we want to do, for goats, we need a sheep pasture, don't we? Let's do it here. You know what? Let's do that. And I'm going to pay the delivery fee. We've got a ram in there. Buy those. And then, where is it? Let's reset the animal dealer. Alright, let's have a look. Beautiful. There we go. Alright, there's our goats. Beautiful. Alright. So, hopefully now... So what do we need? We need some water and grass. Well, they've got the meadow. The meadow will take effect. I just need to give them some water and then they are good to go. So let's hook up the water tank again. The water tank trailer. Make a couple of trips, and I'll be keeping an eye on this all through the next few months while we are off camera. But exciting. So the only other thing that we will need to do, and we'll have to wait until we've built up a little bit more cash before we can do it, is to put in a dairy production, which I'd like to put in next to our preserved food factory production, so that we can take the goat's milk and produce it into some other more profitable items like cheese and bottled goat's milk and butter. If we can do that and then sell those at our little farmer's kiosk, that'd be great. And I think that would certainly help us pay off our loan a lot sooner. So just have a look to see if there is any contracts that are going to jump out at me. I mean, there's the parsnips. Oh, sunflowers. That could be a nice one to, but then it's nothing. It's not worth doing because it's not going to help us on our farm. Not really keen on the stone picking. Maybe that mowing contract, but then I might actually do that. I might do that mowing contract off camera as well. And that'll be the only contract that we'll do for this month. And then, like I said, over the winter months, all I'm going to be doing is looking after the goats and moving things from our greenhouses and our productions to our farmer's kiosk. That is literally all that I'm going to be doing over the winter months. So I won't be bringing you any videos over the winter months. December, January, February. I won't be bringing you any videos there. We may bring a video next probably either February or March will be the next video due. Probably, actually, maybe even April. We may not actually do a video until we get to April. I'll see. It depends on when I'm going to get whether I'm going to get anything else up and running. We're just going to do one more trip for water for these goats. And then there's one last thing I'm going to want to do before we finish up. So the only other thing I might do over the winter months is maybe just go and buy some grass to feed to the goats if the meadow is not going to be enough. The meadow doesn't really take effect until it gets just past midnight, so they're going to have to make do with the water for now. In fact, I'm just going to leave the Ozeki tractor there. Alright, so rice saplings are going good. Greenhouse, mushroom greenhouse going good. We've set up our other greenhouse now, our vegetable greenhouse. We've got our little goat pen. Yay. One last thing left that we need to do, and that is give our goats proper names. There we go. We've got Horizon, Chloe, and Indigo are our goats. Our goat rams are Duke and Velocity. Our goats are all too young to reproduce just yet. But there you go. We've done the liming of our fields. Our fields are ready to go. All we've got to do now is when it comes to planting season, we're going to have to flood the fields, plant, and we're good to go. We've been selling some items here, which is good. How far are we off some more rice cakes? Not too far. We've got some more mushrooms here producing as well. We're almost to another oyster mushrooms pallet. Still plenty of water there. Okay, so we're happy. Alright, well, thank you everyone. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that little notification bell so you know when other videos are being uploaded. Do also, if you get a chance, head down into the description below. Check out the link to the Discord, the Checkpoint Lounge, really fun community growing there. I do stream over on Twitch quite regularly now, 2 to 3 days a week, if not, and sometimes more. We are streaming a save over on Riverbend Springs at the moment of recording this video. Yeah, so see you all next time. 10 Tony TV signing out.